Los Angeles, 1947, a city on the cusp of transformation, where dreams were as vast as the Pacific Ocean and as fragile as the morning mist. A city shimmering with post-war optimism. The streets were alive with the hustle and bustle of people eager to carve out their own slice of the American dream. Palm trees swayed against the backdrop of a burgeoning Hollywood, a symbol of hope and endless possibilities. But beneath the glitz and glamour, a darkness lurked. The city had its shadows, places where the light of hope barely reached. A darkness that would soon consume Elizabeth Short, a young woman with a heart full of dreams and a head full of stardust. She was drawn to the city like a moth to a flame. Elizabeth, known as Betty to some, had come to Los Angeles like so many others, chasing the silver screen. She believed that here, in this city of angels, she could find her wings. She yearned to be someone, to be remembered. The Hollywood sign was more than just letters on a hill. It was a beacon calling out to her. She possessed a captivating beauty, with her dark hair, piercing blue eyes, and a smile that could light up a room. Her presence was magnetic, drawing people in. But fate, it seemed, had other plans for her. The city that promised so much also held dangers she could never have anticipated. Life in Los Angeles wasn't all sunshine and movie premieres. The streets could be as unforgiving as they were glamorous. Elizabeth struggled to make ends meet, drifting from job to job, her acting career never quite taking off. She worked tirelessly, hoping for her big break. She lived a transient life, bouncing between apartments and boarding houses, always on the move, never quite finding a place to call home. Her naivety and vulnerability painting a target on her back in a city that could be as unforgiving as it was alluring. She was a small fish in a vast, often predatory ocean. Little did she know her pursuit of fame would tragically intertwine with the dark underbelly of Hollywood. The City of Angels had a sinister side, one that would ultimately seal her fate. January 15th, 1947. It was a day that would forever be etched in the annals of Los Angeles history. A crisp morning in the Leimert Park neighborhood. The sun had just begun to rise, casting a golden hue over the quiet suburban streets. A woman walking her child stumbled upon a horrifying sight. What should have been a routine morning walk turned into a nightmare. A body lay severed in two, discarded in a vacant lot. The victim, Elizabeth Short. Her lifeless form was a stark contrast to the serene surroundings. The scene was grotesque, the details etched in the minds of even the most hardened police officers. They had never encountered anything so brutal. Elizabeth's body had been meticulously posed, her face carved into a chilling Glasgow smile. The precision of the mutilation suggested a sinister expertise. She was completely drained of blood, her skin washed pale white, adding to the macabre tableau. It was as if life itself had been meticulously erased from her. The brutality of the murder sent shockwaves through the city, shattering the illusion of post-war peace and prosperity. The community was gripped by fear and morbid curiosity. The press, hungry for a story, descended upon the scene like vultures. They sensationalized every gruesome detail, feeding the public's insatiable appetite for scandal. Newspapers dubbed her the Black Dahlia, a moniker inspired by a film noir thriller playing in theaters at the time. The name added a layer of dark glamour to the tragedy. The name, with its morbid elegance, stuck. It became synonymous with one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. Elizabeth Short, the aspiring actress, was gone, replaced by a macabre symbol of Hollywood's dark side. Her dreams of stardom overshadowed by a legacy of horror. Fear gripped Los Angeles. The Black Dahlia case became an obsession. Who could have committed such a heinous act? The police investigation, however, was hampered by the very attention the case received. The gruesome nature of the crime attracted a swarm of both amateur sleuths and morbid curiosity seekers. The police were inundated with false leads and confessions. Every crank and opportunist seemed to have a theory, muddying the waters and obscuring any real clues. The investigation became a chaotic mess, a tangled web of dead ends and red herrings. Despite the chaos, detectives were able to piece together some details of Elizabeth's final days. She was last seen alive at the Biltmore Hotel, a glamorous landmark in downtown Los Angeles. Witnesses described her as being in the company of a dark-haired man, but the description was too vague to be of much use. The trail ran cold, leaving investigators grasping at straws. Over the years, the Black Dahlia case has attracted a rogues gallery of suspects, each with their own tantalizing connection to Elizabeth Short, but none who could definitively be linked to the crime. Some were opportunistic predators, drawn to Elizabeth's vulnerability. Others were scorned lovers, their rage simmering beneath the surface. One suspect, Robert Manley, a married salesman, admitted to driving Elizabeth around in the days leading up to her murder. He claimed he dropped her off at a hotel, but his story was riddled with inconsistencies. Was he protecting someone, or was he simply seeking his 15 minutes of fame? Another suspect, Mark Hansen, owned the boarding house where Elizabeth briefly resided. He was known to have a volatile temper, and had been seen arguing with Elizabeth in the past. Could a fit of rage have led him to commit such a horrific act? The evidence against him, however, remained circumstantial. Perhaps the most chilling suspect is Dr. George Hodel, a prominent Los Angeles physician. Hodel's own son, Steve Hodel, a former LAPD homicide detective, became convinced of his father's guilt after discovering disturbing evidence among his father's belongings. Steve Hodel unearthed eerie photographs of a woman who bore a striking resemblance to Elizabeth Short. He also discovered his father's handwriting eerily similar to that of the Black Dahlia Avenger, the mysterious figure who sent taunting letters to the police and press. Adding to the intrigue, George Hodel had studied surgery and possessed the anatomical knowledge to have expertly dissected Elizabeth's body. He was also known to frequent the same nightclubs and social circles as Elizabeth, making their paths likely to have crossed. Despite the compelling evidence, the case against George Hodel remains largely circumstantial, leaving many to question whether the real killer was ever brought to justice. Ink-stained speculation, the media frenzy. The Black Dahlia case wasn't just a murder, it was a media sensation. The gruesome details, the glamorous victim, and the unsolved mystery provided fertile ground for newspapers to spin their own narratives. Headlines screamed from newsstands, each more sensational than the last. The press, eager to sell papers, often blurred the lines between fact and fiction. Rumors were printed as truth, and speculation ran rampant. The constant barrage of information, much of it inaccurate, only served to further complicate the investigation and obscure the truth. The media frenzy surrounding the case had a profound impact on public perception. It turned Elizabeth Short into a mythical figure, a symbol of Hollywood's dark side. Lost in the sensationalism was the tragic story of a young woman with dreams and aspirations, whose life was cut tragically short. A chilling legacy, the Black Dahlia, in popular culture. The Black Dahlia case, with its enduring mystery and gruesome details, has seeped into popular culture, inspiring countless books, films, and television shows. The case has become a modern-day myth, a cautionary tale about the dark side of fame and the fragility of life. James Ellroy's 1987 novel, The Black Dahlia, offered a fictionalized account of the investigation, weaving a complex tale of police corruption and Hollywood's underbelly. The novel's success led to a 2006 film adaptation, further cementing the case's place in popular culture. The Black Dahlia case continues to fascinate and horrify, a reminder that even in the bright lights of Hollywood, darkness can lurk around every corner. The case serves as a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of dreams and the enduring power of unanswered questions. The unanswered questions. Despite the passage of time, the Black Dahlia case remains unsolved. The question of who killed Elizabeth Short continues to haunt us. Was it a scorned lover, a jealous rival, or a cold-blooded predator? Or was the killer someone else entirely, lurking in the shadows, their identity a secret buried with Elizabeth? The lack of a definitive answer has fueled countless theories and speculations. Some believe Elizabeth was the victim of a serial killer, her murder bearing similarities to other unsolved cases from the era. Others suspect a cover-up, pointing to the LAPD's mishandling of the investigation and the possibility that someone in a position of power was involved. The truth, whatever it may be, remains elusive. The Black Dahlia case stands as a stark reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, leaving us to grapple with the unsettling possibility that some questions simply have no answers. Forever young, forever gone, the enduring mystery. Elizabeth Short's life was tragically cut short, her dreams left unrealized. Born in 1924, she moved to Los Angeles with hopes of becoming a star like so many others. But her journey was abruptly halted. She was more than just a victim, she was a daughter, a sister, a friend. Her family and friends remember her as a vibrant young woman with a zest for life, someone who brought joy to those around her. But in death, she became an enigma, a symbol of Hollywood's dark side. Her murder remains one of the most infamous unsolved cases in American history, shrouded in mystery and speculation. The Black Dahlia case continues to captivate our imaginations, a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery. The media frenzy that followed her death only added to the legend, turning her into a tragic icon. It's a story that speaks to our deepest fears, reminding us that even in the city of angels, darkness can lurk around every corner. The allure of Hollywood often hides a more sinister reality. The case serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that fame and fortune can be fleeting, and that even in the pursuit of our dreams, we must never lose sight of the importance of safety and the value of life itself. The glitz and glamour can sometimes overshadow the dangers that lie beneath. Elizabeth Short's story, though tragic, serves as a reminder to cherish every moment and to never take our loved ones for granted. Her legacy is a poignant reminder of the human cost behind the headlines, urging us to hold our loved ones close and appreciate the fleeting nature of life.